Hi everybody, so this is Soul Tribe Huddle, and tonight, what's the date? It's the 27th, just as well I have it on my laptop, 27th of the 2nd, 2019. You wouldn't think that I was taking the Amigas because I have a bit of brain fog today, but that's okay. Getting over a cold by doubling my capsules, yay for them. So tonight I want to talk a little bit about, well, really, first thing I want to do is I want to ask you all, how many of you are challenged around getting team at the moment?
Definitely.
Yeah. What about you, Tam? Where are you? Are you even there?
She's probably naked.
Yeah, I was about to get changed, so but I'll just pop back in for a minute. What was that?
I just asked if anyone's challenged on getting team at the moment.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of fence sitters, but I'm still having some really nice conversations with people who are curious. So I'm not feeling defeated or anything like that. I'm actually still feeling really hopeful and just like it's I just need to be patient. But I feel like the conversations are good, and like I feel like the information that's getting passed on is good. But also the trainings have been really good. Like I could hold back a little more. That's what I got this week. Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't give out too much.
That's
what I got.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do have a tendency to talk too much.
I love that you've acknowledged that. No, I do. No, I love that you've acknowledged that, because less is more. Definitely.
Yeah.
And that's right. We want to create curiosity. So if you are talking too much, you've not created any curiosity. You've just blah, blah, blahed it all out there, and no one's got any reason to ask you about anything.
Yeah.
So totally agree with that. And again, the other thing is you want to make sure that they are that you are selling the link rather than the business. So you don't want to be blaring about the business because it can put them off. All you want to be doing is telling them your story and then saying, hey, if you want to know more, I'll send you this link and it will tell you everything you need. So you don't have to tell them about how the business works. Anything else, you've just got to share your story and why you're excited about it.
Yeah.
But even sometimes, that excitement can be like, we're vomiting all over them. And, I've been there. It's normal when you first start because you're so excited about it and you just want to share it with everybody.
Trying to keep responses to 1 or 2 paragraphs and then let them reply. And then if I get a decent couple of sentences or more back, then it wants a little more information. But if they only give like 1 line or something, I back off a little bit. And let them ask for a bit more. Yeah, but if they're engaging in a little conversation, then I had a lady today that, she was all about how much is it going to cost me and can I afford it, and telling me she was too busy in her job to be able to do another job, but she doesn't have money for the product. And I was like, so babe, you're a massage therapist. What are you going to do when your body runs out? What's the plan?
Yeah.
And not only that, but with a massage clinic, she's in the perfect environment to be making a second income. I was like, I just did this so I could pay for my product. That's all. And it's worked. So that's what I told her. Yeah. And she's gone to talk to her. It's for her daughter, but now she's realized she needs it too. So then I talked to her about the premium and family pack. And she's going to have a chat tonight with her daughter and see if they could go halves. So I'm pretty stoked about that. But, I did drop it in there. If she's worried about money, there's a way she can get it paid for.
Yeah, that's great. That's great, Tam. So when you are sending out those messages, hey, Maxine.
G'day.
So when you're sending out those messages, Tam, what is it you're saying, honey? So what is it what information are you giving them? Because you said that you send more information out to them. So what is the information that you're giving them?
Totally depends which way the conversation's going, but mostly it'll just be how my daughter's gotten better. I said to her, yeah, it's about what I've seen in my family, the results that I've seen. My husband's lost 10 kg at least. My daughter's put on a couple of kg, and their questions will come back like, what about the sugar? And I'm like, the sugar's so low that it's, I can do it on keto. So I just share information like that. And then sort of led into which one would you suggest for my daughter? She's got bad skin, or what would you suggest? And so I thought we'll start with the berries, because I just wanted to start off offering low as well. And because she asked specifically for a skin one, her daughter has really bad acne, and that was the question. So I came back just saying, look, I highly recommend the berries first. And then she wanted to know how much would that cost. So I told her weekly, $13, and she was concerned that that was too much. So that's when I suggested that it might actually be more cost effective to go in on the healthy starts and go halves with her daughter and that. So then she said, oh, I don't know if we can afford that. And that's when I suggested that I just told Cinnamon's story first. And I said, look, my sister couldn't afford it. So she waited till the kids were gone for a week, and then she spent the whole week's money on the product. But then she realized that if she only spent it on the product, she'd never be able to buy it again. So she joined the company as well with the intention that she needed to have a product paid for. And that was her main goal. So I shared that story, and then I said, and I wasn't that financially restricted, but I did want my product paid for, and so that's what I aimed for as well. And so then I just said to her, you know, there is an opportunity there where you could have your product paid for.
So a really good thing to do is phone call.
I said that to her. I said, we need to talk. I said, babe, we need to talk. Because then she confided in me about her own health.
Yeah.
She shared her daughter's story. So I shared my daughter's. And then she came in and said, actually, I'm just really exhausted. I can't, you know, and she's got iron deficiencies and she's on all sorts of vitamins. And I just said, babe, we really need to talk. She's an old school friend of mine, so I feel really comfortable with her. And I just said, like, I'm really concerned about vitamin cocktails and things. Iron supplements don't help you absorb iron. We need to talk. Yeah.
So you know, I would just be saying, like I said before, less is more. You don't be giving them any kind of information over Messenger like that, especially prices. You want to get them on a phone call ASAP. So what you're doing is you're creating a desire for them to want it before you're giving them the price, because then they're opting out before they have the desire. Because they go, I can't afford it. But they don't realise how much they need it because you haven't had the chance to ask them questions around what their health looks like. Like, what does it look like in the past? How does it look now? And how would they love for it to be?
Yeah.
You've got it, and that's why the phone call is so important. So the less information you give them over Messenger, the better. Don't be giving them prices.
Yeah.
The other thing
what do we do when they keep asking for it though? Like, that's
so then you've just got to say, then you've just got to say, hey, look, it's so much easier if we just jump on a quick call, because then I can find out a little bit more detail about what your health goals are and your concerns are, and then we can find the right package for you.
Yeah.
So that's all I say. And, you know, if people are not going to get on a phone call with you, they're not ready for it anyway.
Yeah.
If they are, they're ready for it.
Yeah.
And it's really the easiest way to get people on. The other thing that's really important is we've got to remember to be asking them questions. So we want to get them, we want to find out what it is about them what is it about their health that they need this product.
Yeah.
And it's the same when we're talking about teams. So if we're having conversation with someone about the business, we don't want to be going on about, we don't want to give them lots and lots of information. We just want to create that curiosity and ask them questions. So, you know, like if someone says to you, oh, you know, I'd really love to, I don't know, I really hate my job. And I really, you know, I want to be able to do more than what I'm doing now. But I just can't afford it. I just don't have the money to be able to leave my job and just go and do what I want to do. So then you can ask them that kind of question like, if you didn't have to worry about your job and you had all the money, what would it look like? What would you be doing every day? So those kind of questions where you're really getting into their desire.
Yeah.
We want to know more about, and so because we don't want to be just dumping, you know, constant stories about yourself and other people. And yes, it's good to say that this is what it's done for me and I'm really excited about this. But you don't want to be constantly dumping stories on them, especially if it's not relatable to them. So if it doesn't relate to them, so say if they're talking about how they hate their job and they just want to leave, they don't want to be in that environment, so that's an awful environment, they don't want to be there. It's no point you talking about how it's giving you all this income when it doesn't relate to what they're saying.
Yeah.
You want to be relatable to them. It's the same with a product. You want to be relatable to them. So you want to be talking about what their concerns are so that it's creating that desire for them.
Okay.
Do you get that?
Yeah, totally.
So that means that you become, and I know Linda talks about this, how you become like a master asker. So you become really good at asking them questions and finding out what's really going on for them. And also it means that they can see that you're taking an interest in them. So even if you're talking to them about, what they want to do, and you may suggest, I don't know if you've seen what I'm doing, but, it's created, look, I'm working in an amazing environment now with a group of really beautiful people who are invested in my success and are really positive and encouraging. I don't know if it would interest you at all, but, would you be open to having a look at it? And then you're not dumping a whole lot of other stories that they can't relate to on it and putting them off, because sometimes that can put them off a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say with that one. And in terms of, I'm not going to go into any more of that, but in terms of the question that I put up about what your challenges are, was there anything else, Tam, in terms of getting team? Challenges are?
I think it's just getting any reaction from anyone, really. It's hard to get a bite. Yeah, like a really decent bite. Yeah. I think that I need to spend a bit more time really challenging and manifesting what I need. I'm really short of time. My biggest challenge is my own time. And, I realize that, taking this on is a huge challenge because I'm not in a position to give a lot of time. So one of my biggest challenges, like the reason I do a bit of messaging is because I don't know if I've got time for calls and things either, because my schedule and my day and stuff. So that's probably my biggest challenge is myself. Really, and just freeing up time. And I know it's coming. The past couple of weeks have been a challenge because I'm covering all Roy's classes while she waits for surgery. And so my evenings have been busy as well, and then catching up on home as well. So I think finding the balance. One of my things is just making sure that I'm making time for all the things in my life as well. And that, one of the things I got from one of Katrina's trainings was, this is not my full-time job right now, so I can't invest all my time if I'm not getting back from it, what I need at the moment. So I think, just my time management, getting free enough to give people the proper attention they need, and not just firing back quick replies and messages, because I don't know if I can get on a call. That's probably one of my big challenges.
Okay, I hear you. I hear what you're saying, and I totally understand. That is can be a concern. All I can say to that is, when you're jumping on a call, you're also investing in that relationship.
Yeah.
So, and in this business, relationship is really important. So if you can invest even 20 minutes on a phone call, then that, you could be investing a lifetime relationship there in terms of a customer and even a teammate, or even just that's, you've really inspired somebody somehow. So if you can find time for that, you will get more out of it than not.
Yeah. And if I can just add a little bit there, I think when you're pressed for time like Tammy is, it is totally acceptable to send a message saying, hey, I'd really love to answer all your questions and have this chat. I'm actually really busy until Tuesday, XYZ, this evening, that evening, and go, look, I really want to help you, but my time is really precious, or my time is really full at the moment. This is when I might be able to fit you in. Would that work for you? otherwise I'd love to try and make another time, because that way then it takes that pressure off you having to constantly reply to all of their, but how much, but sugar, and how much this and how much that. You can just go, hey, I really want to give you all this information, but right now I feel like if I give it to you this way, I'm not giving you the full picture. How about we get on a call?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not free until Tuesday, whatever it is, you know, like, I think it's okay for you to say that to your customers.
I think I need to play a little bit more hard to get.
It's actually really important you say that to customers, Sam. It's a really good idea, because you're actually connecting them with them and letting them know that, hey, you haven't forgotten them. It's just that life's crazy at the moment, and it's not a bad thing for them to know that you've got, like, you can even say something like, look, I've just got lots of customers inquiries at the moment. You know, but I just, you know, I don't have the time right now, but I can get back to you on this day if that suits you. So perfect.
Yeah.
And I think it adds a bit of humanism back into it as well, because then they go, oh my gosh, you're a bit like me. You've got kids in the house and, you know, 50 million things you're doing, and you know, and that helps them connect as well. But yeah, I definitely think it's really okay to say that you don't have time to answer all of their questions right here and now, but you give them a date or a time that you can, you know.
Perfect. So I think that's gold right there, Tam. Gold. And then you won't feel quite so frustrated that, you know, things aren't happening for you, or that you can't get onto a message or anything like that. So you're going to feel a little bit like you can breathe.
It's definitely, that's what I need to practice, and that sounds like a better way to do it.
And another thing that's really cool too is, so when you're reaching out to people, just have normal conversations with them, just taking interest in who they are, rather than even talking to them about the business or the product.
I've been trying to do a lot more of that, just casual conversations with people, making friends, catching up with old friends. This lady I was on with today, she's an old friend of mine from school, so we know each other really well. And I know, I haven't said it to her, but I've known for ages from school days that she runs herself right down. You know, she's really nutritionally buoyed. So it helps having a little insight. But I can practice stuff on people I know. You know, practice some of these tools for people I don't know. Perfect,
Tam. That's great. We're all learning. So how about you, son, Louise, Maxine, any challenges around, what your challenges are around getting team?
Just getting
What was it, Louise?
Just getting back into getting posts on Facebook. I've been a bit out of the zone for a while, so just getting back into the Facebook posting again and contacting people again.
Great, that's great, honey. Yeah, I mean, while we're talking about Facebook posting, really, really, really important to be consistent in your posting. You know, specifically around JP, testimonials, program business. Guilty about what, honey?
Not being able to keep up with algorithm timing and stuff like that. And I'm like I'm like, it's 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, oh, I should put up a post. And I'm like, this is not the hour.
It's okay, just do it anyway, Tam. I have days like that where I think I haven't done my third post yet and it's like 10:30 at night. Just do it. It doesn't matter what time. Honestly, I used to be quite religious around 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Now I'm not religious about it at all. I'm just like, I just put a post out when I can put a post out, as long as I do 3 in the day. And one of those is at least a business Juice Plus product testimony or program post. Then it doesn't matter. But the most important thing is consistency, that you're keeping it up, because it does, it gets your algorithms up, but also it gets people seeing them because honestly, I've got I have people on different people all the time loving on different posts.
Mm.
They're never you know, often they're the same ones because it's all you guys loving on my posts, which is great. But then I've got, and I do have some that, you know, often love on my posts, but there's often like new ones on different posts all the time. So you know that not everyone has seen every post.
Yeah.
So consistency is really important. The other thing I'm going to say about posting is it's really important that your posts are authentically you, but also that they are original. So if you're posting, like using the post ideas for Team Love group, I don't know if anyone uses that group. Like if you don't have it, yeah, they're great, hey. Use them, save the photo, copy and paste the verbiage, and you can tweak it so that it's your own language if you want to. But doing that, and it is more authentic, Facebook like it better and they're more likely for your friends to see it. But if you are sharing, so if you see a post you like of someone of your friends and you click share, your friends are not going to see it because it's not an original post. Facebook don't like you. They're not going to share it the same if you don't have an original post. So
I realized that this morning with the announcement Cinnamon put out, and I just kind of like added my own bit and shared her one, and then I actually went back in and took out her link, copied the photo and made it an original post because I realized my mistake, it wasn't going to get seen. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, if you're clicking share and then you're adding your bit above it, then it gets seen more than if you just click share and leave that. So you're still adding your authentic bit in it, but your post is going to be seen more if it is an original one like you did the second time. So yeah, it's adding your own part to it that is important, that Facebook like.
Okay.
So yeah, consistency is really cool, Louise. So if you can post good quality posting every day, at least 3 times a day, honey, then that's great. And if you're reaching out to at least 5 people every day just in normal conversation, then you're getting people interested in what you're doing and people are seeing what you're posting.
Cool.
Yeah.
I will get back into that. Because I did get quite good response from people, likes and love hearts and things like that when I posted out things. So
yeah,
that follow up that I lack.
That's great, honey. That follow up, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Follow up what I lack with the self confidence to go and follow through.
So if that is a challenge for you, then reach out to Maxine and ask her for help.
Yep. No, I should be
with verbiage. Yeah.
No, that's a good idea. Thank you.
Yeah, because Maxine is really great with that, aren't you, honey?
Yeah. Another thing that the leaders talk about a lot, which is really true, is that when we lack confidence to reach out and talk to people, it's because we're making it about ourselves. We're not making it about them. And actually, we have to think about, this is somebody that may really benefit from this program and this product, because whatever it is that you're sharing. So while you're lacking confidence, it's making it about you, and it really helps to just shift that focus onto how can I help and how can I be of service to it. That's not
no choice.
That's a good point, Max.
Yeah.
Very good. Absolutely true.
But when you think about it, every one of us here is really grateful that someone reached out to us about the product or the business. You know, it's changed our lives. So why don't we want to offer that to somebody else, you know?
Why
do we want to worry about giving that out?
Yeah, I know that one of the things that Kira says a lot is that actually it's really selfish of us if we don't reach out to people, because we have an obligation to actually help others in this business anyway. That's what we do. we're helpers. And something else, was there, now it's gone. God, I hate that. Old age.
Another thing that we have to think about, Louise, is that the person that you're reaching out to probably doesn't have the confidence to reach out to you.
Yeah.
So we've kind of, we've got to kind of be the bold ones and make the first move. You know what I mean? Because I think most people are quite shy about reaching out and asking about things.
Yeah. Yep. No. I'll look into that. Contact people tonight. Actually, just say hi anyway, just to get that ball rolling again.
Yeah. If you just chat to your friends in Messenger about other stuff, nothing to do with this class, then they'll start seeing the post.
Yep. Well, that's cool.
And I would also say with your posting, make sure there's lots of variety. You don't want people to be seeing the same thing all the time. You want them to be seeing testimonials from other people. You want them to be seeing products. You want them to be hearing your story. There's a range of things that we can share. So I think, variety is really, really important too.
Yep. No, thank you.
Perfect. Thanks, Maxine.
Thank you much.
Well, when you think about it, when you're scrolling through a news feed, something's going to make you want to stop and take a look at something, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
That's what you think about when you're posting. And stop people scrolling and taking a look.
You want to make it look good so that people are attracted to it. You want to make it jump out. You want to create that curiosity.
Yeah.
So, any more team challenges? Oh, you're back, Tam. Nice.
She would have been naked.
Yeah. We don't mind if you're naked, Tam.
I'll stop watching.
Yeah. Pete's just pretending to watch. We can't hear you, honey. You're on mute.
I just lost all internet connection for a while and I couldn't get back on. So
Finn's telling stories
I just
about
had to
you.
cut off from the Wi-Fi and go straight to 4G. So now I'm back. Sorry.
I said if you were off screen, you were probably naked.
Oh,
I was
nice.
making a shake too.
Yum. So, how about you, honey?
Well, I actually feel really confident about some team that's been brewing for a while.
Too much coffee.
But it's just the whole like waiting game, I suppose, because I know that I can't actually ring that person up today or tomorrow and be like, hey, so are we signing you up or what? I have to give him time to get back home and, because I want to do it right and I do want to really help him get those promotions and things to start off with. But I feel like I've got a way better game plan sort of in my head of the steps and the process this time around so that I can actually help those things be, achieved and reached instead of maybe making my team, sorry Tammy, feel a bit panicked about bonuses and goals and things like that. Now I've got a better understanding of how to get them there, how to explain that to them, and how to prep them before signing up as the franchisee so that they understand those things, a bit better. So I actually feel really confident around it. It's just kind of waiting for other people's schedules to line up. That is the little bit of frustration, I suppose, I'm going through.
So change that frustration, son.
Yeah.
And just keep going.
Well, today, when I was feeling a little bit frustrated, that was my accidental, what do you call it? Visualization. Because I was sitting there and I was thinking to myself, oh, I just wish you'd just ring me now and sign you up and in my head I just kind of went, no, you know what? And I saw myself at Christchurch with enough money in my wallet, you know, just paying for things. And then I saw myself taking Seth, walking out of a shop with Seth, and he was wearing new clothes and we were carrying bags. And then I saw something else, and it was all in gratitude of him signing up and becoming this team member. So I sort of went, oh, you know, just let it go. And he's coming, because I know we talked yesterday and he was really excited and things, but I mean, he's not going to be back until probably after Saturday. And I was like, oh, maybe he can come to the event. So I think it's all good, and I think it's all coming, and I think it's all going to happen before I need it to. It's just not happening today.
Yeah. I do understand that. I do get that, because like I had 2 very excited 3-way calls the last 2 days, and they're both like, yeah, sign me up now, and it just still hasn't happened. So
Yeah.
I totally get where you're coming from. You know, we just have to let go of the outcome, and we just have to focus on what we want. And even if it's not that we're focusing on that particular person signing up, but it's focusing on the big picture. So for me, you know, I've got a vision of having QNMD and standing on stage with the other QNMDs at Melbourne Conference. And, you know, I've even got that vision of high-fiving Adam and him giving me a big hug at the bottom of the stage, because that's what he did when I walked over as an SC at Perth. So that's my vision. And every time I feel like, oh, shit, you know, am I going to get this? Are they going to sign up? I step in and go, yep, it's going to happen. This is what I want. And it doesn't matter who it is and what it looks like. And that's when you get messages from out of the blue.
Yeah.
Of people going, oh yeah, hey, I'm really interested in your product, or, you know, I'm really interested in signing up now, or, you know, just people that are coming back to you that you've been waiting for a long time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I think that's kind of where I went in my visualization, was kind of just seeing myself doing those things that can only really happen once, you know, the ball starts rolling a bit more. And then feeling that gratitude, and I didn't really put a name on it, you know. I didn't really go, oh, it's this person or that person. I just remember feeling really grateful for the team that I have, the team that I've got, and kind of thinking about it in almost a past tense sort of a situation, you know, where I'm like, that team that haven't turned up yet that I've got.
Yeah.
You know, those my imaginary friends that are sitting here on the couch.
The NMD that isn't in your team yet.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And it's amazing where they come from. So as long as you are doing the do, so as long as you're not focused on the outcome, and you actually just go, okay, well, this is what I want, this is my vision, and you just keep doing what you're doing every day to make sure it happens. Yeah. And then not focusing on, okay, I've got to get this person over, I've got to get this person over. It's so easy to do. It's so easy to get stuck in that. And then you get stuck in frustration because it's not happening in your time.
Yes.
It happens in divine time, you know? And so we have no control over that. But as long as we keep doing what we're doing every day, so if you're reaching out and talking to people, if you're inviting people to have a look, you know, if you're posting, you know, everything else will happen, honey. So you're good with all that? Yeah. Have you tried cold markets?
Not yet.
It's very cool.
I know. I don't know what I feel a bit weird about it, but it is one of my goals that I keep telling myself I'm doing this week or today or.
It's really interesting how you and Maxine are so completely opposite. Like Maxine is so comfortable with the cold markets and not comfortable with her friends, and you're the other way around.
Yeah.
You guys could learn off each other.
I'm kind of like, my buddies, my friends, Max, I'm like, I know you guys need this. And I'm kind of, I suppose, a bully anyway. So my friends expect me to contact them if they're in bad health and I'm doing something that's really healthy.
The thing that's really interesting for me, though, was I have got really, really clear about my tribe and who I want. And the brutal truth is, most of them aren't in my friends list. most of my friends are my age or older or whatever. Just like when I got really clear about my about my tribe, and changed the wording of my ad. I'm getting so many amazing people approaching me, like totally different league of people approaching me at the moment. So,
Are you did you post that ad on your personal profile?
I post into job groups, and then it goes into my page as well.
Okay, your personal page.
It goes into my Thrive Junkies page, but it goes. And then Facebook kind of puts them up somewhere where people go and look for jobs. So I don't know. They just find them.
No, I'm just like, okay, if I'm stalking you, where do I find these posts? Thrive Junkies.
Just business page too, don't you, Maxine?
You just join job groups. Every job group that you can think of. I've got Rotorua, Coromandel, Nelson, Christchurch, Wellington.
What I mean is I want to look at the post that you're posting. So where do I was asking where I found it, but that answered it for me. I can find it in Thrive Junkies.
It'll be on my page in Thrive Junkies. Yeah, it'll be there.
Thanks heaps.
It's very different to what I used to post. It's really great. So yeah, lately I've been getting much closer to the kind of people that I'm looking for. And I think that is one of the difficulties that I have with reaching out to my friends. I mean, to be honest, most of them don't fit that tribe that I'm looking for.
They're your customers. They're your customer tribe.
My customer tribe, yeah.
That's okay. There's lots of
money is my rock star, and at the moment, and Louise has jumped on, so it's not, and surely, I've got some beautiful friends that have jumped on, but so I'm not. It's not completely black and white what I'm saying, but
but it's information.
Very crystal clear about who I'm trying to attract at the moment. Yeah.
Cool.
And that comes down to visualization too.
Yes, I suppose for me it doesn't feel like I'm following that crystal clear vision by reaching out to somebody that I went to school with that I have nothing in common with 20 years ago or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a difficulty for me at the moment. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I do. So I put all my ads go on either spiritual groups, or in fact I don't really do job groups much these days because I don't get very good people on there. But I use it in spiritual groups. I get better quality people, and also on my business page. And I'm the same as Maxine. I'm finding a really beautifully, because of what I say in my ad, because I'm looking for spiritual-minded, holistically minded people who are open to self-development, and so I'm getting those kinds of people. So this lovely woman, young woman, Maddie, she was from my business ad.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful, spiritual, young, vibrant woman. It's just a shame she's not on tonight, but so when you know exactly who you want, so who is your tribe, and then you make your ad so that it's giving you exactly what you want. So it's saying, this is what I want. These are the people I'm looking for. Then you get that. And when you're doing your visualizations, you get that.
Yeah.
I was finding that I actually, from our situation at home, I jumped on a couple of private eating disorder pages because I thought, based on what my daughter's been going through, maybe we could help people there. But I just found it's such a challenge because of the rules on pages and things. And there's just no discreet way to kind of like talk to people. And I tried to tell them briefly, you know, we've had some great progress with something, but basically, like, once they private message me, they just freak out and go away because they feel like I'm on the page just to sell them something, which is really sad because I'm not. And I'm actually have something that could so help. So, like, I read the stories and I'm just heartbroken every single day by the fact that I cannot help them. You know, I don't know how to reach out to them and tell them that I've got something that could so help all these girls, and they're all on medication and all sorts of horrible journeys, and boys as well. And I just feel really frustrated because maybe I just need to pull out of the group so that I'm not upset by it, because I just feel helpless.
Well, I think rule of thumb is, if you're in a group where you feel like you can add value to without selling them anything, then I would stay in there. But if you feel like you're in a group where you can't add value because it creates too much negativity for you, then there's no point you being in there. So if you like can't post things like, I mean, I don't know, how would you add value into a group like that where you're not selling the product? In terms of posting.
You're on mute, Tam.
You're on mute, hang on. There. Oh, sorry, you're on mute again.
I'm off now. Yeah, I think maybe I just need to take myself off so that it's one less thing that I get frustrated about. Because I can't see really any way of... I've had about 5 private messages from the group, but once they realise it's about a product, they just go away. Yeah.
I would also
good advice. Thank you.
Yeah. I would also look at your conversations with them. So is it salesy type conversations, or is it that you are concerned about, you know, genuinely concerned about where they are? So kind of look at that too, and whether that's something that you're saying maybe. Yeah, but I know that you're muted again, honey. Tam, you're muted. Every time I unmute you, you unmute yourself at the same time. Sorry.
Yeah, it might be that, again, I'm just talking too much, you know, so maybe I stay there for a little bit longer and see if I can have some conversations that are a little bit less chatty.
Yeah, so
Tammy, I've been there too, because my daughter had an eating disorder, and I also thought, perfect, wonderful place to get the product. But, you know, I ended up leaving as well because they're very negative groups. They're really to be very negative groups. People are really, they're not, I don't know where they're at. They're not, almost not at the point where they're receptive to something like that. They're quite bogged down in the mental health system and the orthodox medical eating disorder system. I went on the same journey, and it just upset me too much. You know, and at the end of the day, I just thought, I'm sick of hearing about eating disorders. I've been living with one for 7 years, and I just wanted to move on, to be honest.
Okay, good advice. Thank you.
But, that was just me.
But
I agree with you. I wish that I'd known about it 10 years ago.
Me too. Yeah. I wish someone had, but I probably would have been in the same state, quite reactive, and, you know, yeah.
And I suppose it's that thing of, if you go into a group like that that's about a health disorder that's got a lot of emotion and stuff and trauma often attached to it, then if you offer something that could potentially be the magic fix, it kind of almost makes everybody and their journey and what they've been doing kind of wrong, because suddenly there's this thing. And so instead of everyone getting excited and jumping on the bandwagon and going, oh my God, give it to me, they're like, what? You're telling me I could have done something? And that sort of upsets people.
Yeah. But also, I think when you've had a kid with an eating disorder, you know, there's the cure and the answer, and I think, you know, people really are, you know, they're saturated with ideas of what they could be doing, you know, to help, and that's part of it, I think, you know. Just like, oh, it's another thing that I'm going to have to pay $500 for, that my kid's not going to pay, you know. That's life as a parent of a kid with an eating disorder.
So it's really about emotional support in those groups, isn't it? And you guys can offer that, but at the end of the day, how much is it going to profit you as well? So you've got to give and receive. You know,
well, I think if comes to Tammy's time management thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
probably a bad choice of time management to be in that group.
Yeah. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. It's the same with a lot of anxiety/depression groups are like that too, you know, where they just tend to be stuck in the same place. And, you know, some people just need that. Some people enjoy being in that place. You know, it's how they identify themselves. So, you know, anything that's going to be more hard work than anything else is probably not worth it. So find a group, Tam.
Yeah, good advice. Thank you. I'm glad I brought it up. Yeah.
Cool.
Time management. I gotta really value where I put it. Yeah.
Great. Anybody got anything else before we shoot off?
Nope.
I liked your ironing there, Max. Thanks. I haven't seen somebody iron like that in a long time.
Well, I do ironing because I like cotton and linen and natural fibres but you know what it is? It's because when I was a kid, my mother paid me to do the ironing. She paid me a certain amount of money for a shirt and a certain amount for a hanky. So I have a very positive association with ironing. You know, I think that's the base of it.
I did pressing as a job for a fashion company, so I totally feel the ironing buzz.
I love it. I actually enjoy it. I find it relaxing and
come and do mine. Come and do mine, Max.
You coming Saturday?
Yeah.
I have a strict no ironing policy. Even stuff that needs ironing, I refuse just out of principle.
Love it.
I'm allergic. I love the ironing, but I just
She's gone. Oh, she's gone.
Oh, Sim's here. Okay, so thanks for jumping on, ladies. I'm going to say goodbye now.
See you tomorrow night.
Exciting! See you all tomorrow night. Yay! It's nice that Moni's excited too.
yeah, awesome.
I'll
get lots of photos.
Tam and Sim, you can be at my place at 6:30.
Okay.
Awesome. See you then.
See you then. See you guys. See you ladies.
Bye.